Good evening. Welcome to Tell Us About It Tuesday. I'm your host, Katie Littles, and here at Tell Us About It Tuesday, we are glorifying God by sharing the good works of his people. And tonight we have with us Mrs. Dymond Muhammad. She is the owner of DyCan Cosmetics. Dymond, welcome to Tell Us About It Tuesday.
Thank you so much, Miss Katie. How are you?
I am doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
That's great. I'm so glad you could join us tonight. So first, I'm going to introduce Dymond to you guys. Mrs. Dymond Muhammad is the owner and curator of the DyCan Cosmetics brand. DyCan Cosmetics strives to craft cosmetic solutions with your skin, hair, and overall health in mind. They curate and craft cruelty-free cosmetic care for everyone. DyCan Cosmetics is a fairly new company based out of the Southeast U.S. They offer a select amount of products ranging from lip care to skin care and plan to expand their line in the coming months. Their mission is to give people accessible, affordable, clean cosmetic care through the DyCan Cosmetics line. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I just want to say, I just want to welcome everybody once again, and please share this video to your timeline and let people come in and see what God is doing through Dymond. So Dymond, we're going to start with what I call What's the What? And it's just 5 questions that just so people can get to know you a little better. So number 1 is, what is one place you would like to visit?
One place that I would like to visit. I've gone before, but I really want to go back to New Orleans, Louisiana.
Okay.
It's such a beautiful place. The history is beautiful, and it's a very rich history. You can feel it in the air as soon as you get there, and I really want to go back one day.
Okay, that's good. I've heard a lot of good things about New Orleans. Yep. And what is your favorite number?
My favorite number is the number 7.
7. Okay. Good. And your favorite word?
My favorite word is the word love, because love is about action. It's not a feeling or an emotion, but it's an action word.
Yes, I totally agree with that. I'm laughing, but I can't tell you why. Okay, so I'm going to switch it up a little bit. What is your least favorite food?
My least favorite food would be, it's a tie between oatmeal and Brussels sprouts. I really don't like the texture of oatmeal, and I understand it's great for you and it's great for your health, but I can't do it. It's too mushy. I can't do it.
Don't put it in a smoothie and you won't even know.
Oh yeah. I'll definitely use it dry. I'll throw some dry oatmeal in a smoothie, or I'll make some oatmeal cookies or something. The wet stuff, I can't do it.
And what is your favorite Bible verse?
My favorite passage of the word is Psalm 64. I reference Psalm 64 very often when it comes to, if I ever feel like I really, really need protection in something, or I feel like going through a particularly hard circumstance or battle, it just reassures me that God is right there and he's fighting for me.
Amen. That is great. I mean, that has been my focus for the last few weeks, that God is always with me. No matter what happens, he's always there. That's a great promise from him. So what we're going to do now is get into our interview portion. So tell us, how did DyCan Cosmetics come about?
Well, DyCan Cosmetics started roughly around age 17 for me, when I had gotten into my junior year of high school, and I started to take cosmetology as a class at my alma mater, Riverdale High. And I was so excited to learn about how to take care of my own skin and my own hair, because as young people, especially young ladies, our physical appearance is what is seen first, and in the workplace, and when it comes to dealing with other people, it's very important. And what sparked the desire to want to change the cosmetics industry in whatever way I could was learning that a lot of the products that were catered to Black and brown people were full of human carcinogens. And what those are cancer-causing ingredients. and just packed full of things that you will have to sacrifice your long-term well-being for a temporary solution to what was perceived as a problem.
Yes.
I immediately felt like you shouldn't have to risk your life to feel beautiful.
Definitely.
Life happened. I graduated high school. I tried college, but that wasn't the path God had for me. And I worked a full-time job for a while. And after becoming a mother and a wife, that's when God spoke that dream back into me and said, okay, it's time. And January 2020 rolled over and I hit the ground running.
All right. And there's two things I want to say. I'm so glad you said that going to college was not the path for you. And I know a lot of times we look at how things are traditionally done and we try to fit people into those molds. So I'm very glad that you recognize that and you were able to change the course, because everybody, that's not the path for everybody. And even though there are great benefits, but if God has you going down a different path, then that's the path. It's easier for you. It comes more natural, and you can handle the situations that come up. And the other thing, I didn't put it in here, but I wanted to ask you, how old are you? Because I'm so intrigued. I know you're young, and you are a wife and a mother, and you're doing, I follow you on Facebook, so I see everything that you're doing. And I just think it speaks very highly of you as a young person, that you are able to do all of those roles and still stay calm and level-headed.
Well, I'm 23 years old. I'll be 24 in September. And I've always been told I'm an old soul, and she's been here before. But I attribute that to just the wisdom that I was raised under with my grandmother and my mother, and just a lot of really strong women in my life. So I am so thankful, that it's rubbed off and it's reflected. And now that I can be that for younger women in my life.
Yes, that's awesome. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, she's so young, but she's just so well poised. And I really
appreciate it.
I think you probably answered this next question. Have you always been interested in cosmetics and skincare, or did that just come about with the class?
So I've always been interested, and the beginning of it, I developed eczema very early in life, around age 7 or 8, roughly. Okay. And I was like, I can't go around looking like this. I want to, fix it. And I had gone to different dermatologists and tried all types of steroid cream and oatmeal baths and changing my diet and putting stuff back in my diet. And I had tried everything, and some stuff will work a little bit and then it'll stop working, or some stuff made it worse. And I was like, okay, can't do that one either. And as I went through puberty and got into adulthood and young adulthood, my skin completely changed almost overnight, and it got very, very clear, and then it got really patchy again. And then after I had my daughter, my skin just is a whole new now. But I've always been very interested in skincare, because the skin is our most important organ. It's the largest organ on our body, and what touches our skin gets into our bloodstream. So I think it's very, very important to take very good care of your skin.
Okay, never thought about that before. What touches my skin gets into my bloodstream. Need to keep that in mind. So where do you see yourself and your brand in the future?
We're striving to be able to employ other young Black and Brown creatives and pay them more than living wage, so that they can have the opportunities to get out of poverty and generational poverty, for sure, and to be able to provide them someone that looks like them, that's already successful, so they can be like, you know what, I could do something too. I could do something. I can be a part of a company that actually cares, and we just want to touch the world with our product.
That's great. That is awesome. Oh, that is a huge vision, but it's awesome. And with God, I know it's possible. It is
Yeah.
definitely possible. So we talked a little bit about you being a young mother and wife. So how do you balance being a wife, a mother, and an entrepreneur?
Sometimes it's a juggling act, especially being that my entrepreneurship, my motherhood, and me being a wife all intersect because I work from home. I can craft. My husband is the only other staff member on the team. So we switch up between childcare and work all the time. But
Okay.
um, it keeps me on my toes, and I take a lot of time at the end of the day to just stop and turn off the work email notifications and to just reflect. Me and my husband check in with each other every day. How are you feeling today? How what do you want to do for tomorrow? As much as we can, having a toddler, of course.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
At the
definitely.
end of the day, what she says goes. She's our not so silent partner. That's how I like to tell people. Oh man, but she loves it. Since we're both at home with her and we get to see her grow and develop. And through watching us work, she's developing people skills and she's learning about measurements and numbers and how to pack things and how to be gentle and how to store stuff. It's great. I take everything as a learning opportunity and also a teachable moment. And that's really where I balance it. Everything is about learning or teaching or both.
Oh my God, that is so wonderful. I just have to say this really quick. I knew your grandmother, I know your mom, and it's like that love that you guys show is just goes down through the generations. It's like, oh my God, it's like I'm talking to your grandmother, I'm talking to your mom is absolutely great. That is absolutely great. So what is your favorite self-care activity?
My favorite self-care activity is taking a nice hot bath with one of my favorite candles burning and just having some light music on in the background. Is easily one of the only times that I get to be by myself. And I typically wait until my child is done for the day and she's
Okay, I
in
was
bed
gonna say
for the
she's not
night.
knocking at the bathroom door or putting her hands
Oh
underneath.
no, she'll open the door and she'd be like, "Are you taking a bath, Mom?" And I'm like, "Okay, yeah." Oh man, but I love taking a hot bath because it's just time to not only cleanse my body, but also just give my spirit time to just download and decompress from the day and just release all the tensions of the day. And then I go into sweet, peaceful sleep.
Oh, that's awesome. You are just a ball of wisdom. I am like just so I already admire you from watching your work ethics. And this is one thing I want to say, your level of integrity from different things that I've seen you post about your company and how you handle your customers and how you interact with your customers. I'm always like, God, her level of integrity is like awesome. I really, really love that, especially coming from someone that is so young. You know, you're starting out, and I know you're still learning a lot about yourself as a wife, yourself as a mother, and
Oh,
yourself as a business owner, you know,
oh yeah.
and you handle it very, very well. And I really admire that. So I just wanted to say that before we move on to our next question.
I appreciate it. Well, last week you had my mom on, and that's
Yes.
exactly who I pull from. That is exactly who showed me real life. I tell people all the time, y'all get to experience my mom in passing, but I was blessed and lucky enough to live with her and to have direct lessons in how to have integrity, how to run a business, how to deal with customers. I actually was employed under her for a short period before she left the food industry. So
Okay. Oh
I
wow.
got direct coaching, direct teaching, and they're like, "Oh, well, you're only doing that because that's your mom." And I'm like, "No, she's great. She's amazing at this.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That is
She's a
awesome. So, Ted,
specialist. I
if
love
you're
it."
watching, job well done. I tip my hat to you.
Thank you, mommy.
So, what advice would you give someone who desires to pursue making and selling cosmetics?
Research, research, research. Do your research. You will be forever learning in this industry because things change overnight. all
Okay.
the time in the cosmetics world, and then just in the world of beauty, period. So research and then check your research against some more research and then check that against some more. And know where your morals and your ethics are when it comes to making products, because at the end of the day, these are products that are going to be touching people's lives and is going to be enhancing their physical as well as their mental well-being. So you have to be very, very careful with what you're putting in these products, how you're curating these products, and the intention behind the product. You know, you have to go into this with pure intention. You go into this like, okay, whoever buys this product, this is going to make their life better in XYZ way. This is how I want their life to feel improved because of the product that I made by my hands, you know? And you just go from there.
Go from there. That's great. That is absolutely great. I do know that your lip gloss, when you first started making that, I remember I went on and I read the ingredients and it had almond oil. And I was like, oh my God, I can't use it. I'm allergic, to peanuts and tree nuts. And then a few weeks later, I saw, well, I think it was a few weeks ago, I saw where you posted, you made a custom lip gloss for someone because they were allergic to some of the ingredients. And I was like, okay, I don't know why I just didn't say, hey, I'm allergic. That's good that you're listening to your customers and that you do offer those things if there's something that they want to support you in, and you do make it happen for them. So that is great. And I know they had to feel very, very special to that you took the time out to do that for them.
Oh, yes. And my biggest joy is to know that my customers are getting products that are not just good product, but good product for them.
Yes.
That particular customer, she was so sweet, and she was just like, I don't want to trouble you, but I'm allergic to certain ingredients. And I'm like, well, listen, it is okay. I can't use certain stuff on myself, so I understand. Especially, like I said, having a history of having a skin disease. Some stuff I can't use. I can't use stuff with heavy perfume. I can't use really anything with any kind of perfume oils in it, because it makes my skin just immediately flare up, immediately break out. And that's why we stress clean, good cosmetics.
Yes. First of all, I purchased your eczema cream, and I'm telling you, I started using it as an all over thing. I was like, oh, it's only a little container. So, but it really, really helped a lot. So I'm telling you, her cosmetics are very, very good. That is great. I like that. I like that. So what advice would you give someone, let's say they're already in the industry, they're already making their cosmetics and they're trying to develop their brand, but they've gotten stuck. What advice would you give to that person?
Take a step back and rest and pray, because it's very easy to feel like you're stuck, especially in such a saturated market. Mm-hmm. Especially when you see there's so many people that are doing the same thing that you're doing, but also be encouraged that no one can do what you're doing like you, because you are the secret ingredient.
Okay. And that is great.
And when you keep that at the forefront of your mind, it'll bring you out of that stuck, and just keep seeking guidance and what should your next move be. And also watch market trends, pull up YouTube and type in small cosmetics companies and see what people are posting about in the last month or so. Okay. See what's selling well. Look at your competition. Go and look at what's best selling for them, and what can you do that's different but also in the same category, because people buy what's on trend. So you go see what they're doing. You see, and especially oh wow, that's a big wisdom nugget. Wow. God's gonna give you exactly what's supposed to come from you in the exact time that it's supposed to come from you. And what you do to prepare for that, you do your research first. When you do your research and when you do that groundwork, the download, the deposit of knowledge and exactly what you're supposed to be doing will flow freely. Oh my God. Wow.
No, it's okay.
It's blowing me away because it's amazing how revelation flows when you get to talking about stuff and you know these
You didn't
things.
even know it, yeah.
It's
It's
a
like
whole
you knew it, but
different.
you knew it, but you didn't know you knew it.
Yeah. Oh, yes, absolutely. But God will give you exactly what you need. And sometimes what you need is to just step back and take a rest.
That
I have to learn that, especially being an entrepreneur, wife, and mother.
yeah.
Sometimes I just need to turn everything off and go to sleep.
Yeah. Take a nap.
Yeah.
So do you
Yes,
have mentors in the cosmetic industry?
I do. Yes. I pull a lot from other young cosmetics, young cosmetics makers, as well as people who are established in the community. I especially pull from Black women, because the numbers don't lie. Black women alone spend the most money in the cosmetics industry every year for the last 40 or so years.
Oh, wow.
So, but for the last 40 or so years, those dollars haven't been coming back into Black pockets.
Yes.
I surround myself with other Black business owners that are doing similar things, and we pull from each other and we share with each other. And as soon as we learn something new, it's like, hey, I think this tidbit of information will be great for what you're doing. Oh, I saw this and I figured you could use it. Oh, here's this new vendor that I found that has better pricing for wholesale. And we build community in that way.
Oh, that's great. That is absolutely great because, a lot of times in the Black community, we're used to that crowd effect where
Yeah.
I'm not going to share with you what I have and I'm going to pull you down as you're trying to go up. But when you're able to share like that, because, like you said before, you are your own unique ingredient. You are the special ingredient. So you don't have to worry about or be concerned about what other people are doing unless they're coming in, trying to steal your recipes or whatever. But that's
right. And from there, you got change it up a little bit. And also in moving in wisdom, don't give away your secret sauce.
Yes.
I'm very transparent about what goes into my cosmetics, but I'm not going to give you the measurements. I'm not going to tell you the ratio. You got to do your own work on that regard. But I'll tell you what's in there.
What's in there, yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what's in there and what works best for me. And, you figure out what works best for you and you go from there.
You go from there, yeah. Because everybody has a different set of customers, a different set of audiences. So all the people that you meet are not going to be the same as all the people that somebody else meets. Some of those people intersect, but at the end of the day, you have your set of people and they have their set of people. So there's enough to go around. You just have to have that mindset. There's enough to go around.
Oh.
So we have a show called Promise Friday where we explore promises from the Bible. What role does your faith in God take in your journey to get to where you are today and where you want to be in the future?
Huge role. I lean on my faith so much more now, even as an adult. Even more so than I did as a child. And as a child, I was one of those kids that was like, Sunday school, let's go. I can recite all 66 books of the Bible front and back. Let's go. I love Jesus. But as an adult, my relationship has gotten so much different and also so much clearer because I see life from such a different perspective now as an adult and seeing some of the things that my mother was teaching me and my grandmother was showing me and living before me. And I thank God so much for giving me the wisdom early to now see it come full to fruition now in my early 20s, because there's lessons that I've learned now at 23 that I won't have to go through at 33 and 43 and 50.
Yes. That is awesome. That is totally awesome. So who are two people that have been the most influential in your life?
Oh, there's so many. But my top two would be my mother and my grandmother. My grandmother was very, very hands-on in my upbringing. And I was blessed enough to have 21 years on this earth with her. And I got to see her in so many different so many different forms. She was a Sunday school teacher, and she was the craft person. So everyone went to her for crafting at the church, and she was such a great friend, and she had developed such close friendships even late in her life. And she was also just an amazing woman of God and just an amazing woman, period. She was unstoppable. And it amazed me at how much talent and skill she had. And I was like, wow, this is my grandma. Like, I'm directly related to this amazing woman. Oh my
Yes.
goodness. And the same goes for my mom. Watching my mom be an expert in her field for my entire life was such a blessing. Like, to see corporate heads calling my mom to be like, we'll give you a store, or we'll move your whole family to this area to run this high profit market, or we need you to work here, you know. And now I'm so blessed to see it come full circle, because now she can tell them, hi, this is what I have to offer your company. And she sets her hours, and then she make her check and go. She doesn't have to be on the floor running things and in charge in that same way. And I'm so thankful that God gave her the vision and gave her the dream and the passion to go for it, and that I get to witness it in this lifetime. It's absolutely amazing. And that's why I go so hard for my own dreams, because I see her doing it every day.
Oh, that's awesome. And I can see your daughter in 15, 20 years saying the same thing about you, your mom saying the same thing about the two of you. That is absolutely great. That is awesome. So what is one thing you want everyone to know, either about yourself or just some general advice?
One thing about myself, I wear a lot of hats, and I'd say I wear them pretty well. But I don't want anyone to ever look at me as if what I do is unattainable, or is, some kind of godlike status or something like that. I am a regular person just like you. The only difference is that I chase my dreams, and I really encourage everyone to really think about what's the passion inside of you, what's the dream inside of you. And you also can tap into that, and you can tap in right now. You don't have to wait until you're 30 or until you're 25 even. A lot of times we feel like, oh, well, once I reach this age, then I'll be finally old enough to do this and do that. I say start today. Start right now, right where you're at. No matter what your money looks like, no matter if you think it's crazy, or if you think, oh, that's too big for someone like me. Some wisdom that my mom always shares, that if your dream and your vision doesn't scare you, then that's not it. And do it scared anyway. That's one of the things she says all the time. Just do it scared. Do it scared. Because all the answers, all the solutions, is all going to come when you just make the step and go for it. So just go for it. Do it scared, and really find what that passion is, and you'll be great.
All right, that is great. Again, I have to say that the wisdom coming from you is like, I'm like, she's 23. You sure you're 23? And they say you've been here before, so you brought some of that back with you. So as we're wrapping up tonight, where can our viewers connect with you online?
You can find us online through our Facebook page, DyCan Cosmetics. We are on Instagram at DyCan Cosmo. Where else are we? We have a website, dycancosmetics.com, where you can order all of our available products. We carry lip balm, lip gloss, lip scrub, lipstick, and various body butters for various purposes. And I think that's about it for how you can reach us online. And we're pretty active on all channels. We give pretty regular updates, and we do little fun challenges with our customers and stuff too. So stay tuned for that.
Okay, now I have one more question. I know we didn't talk about this before. So DyCan Art.
Yeah.
Is it coming back or
Yeah.
okay.
So DyCan Art, for those who don't know, was my first business. I full-time went into doing business as DyCan Art after I had my daughters, quite literally about 2 months after I had my daughter. And being a new stay-at-home mom, I was like, I don't have my full-time job anymore. I gotta eat. So I started cranking out paintings and learning about different things that I had been wanting to do. And I learned so much in the 2 years that I ran that business full time that set me up for the successes that I have now with DyCan Cosmetics. And now it's going through a rebirth. So
Okay.
we are restructuring DyCan Art to being a wholesale craft solution for other businesses that have events and also like online conferences. Right now we're partnered and we will be partnered full-time with Hidden Gems Consulting
Okay.
as a licensed vendor through them, as well as a consulting partner when it comes to craft and business. What's the word? When it comes to like the business side of the crafting world. So like where to get your wholesaling, where to order your product, you know, if also on the design end, we also do graphic design, and we look to be relaunching 2021.
Okay. All right. That's great. That's great. So there you have it, folks, straight from Mrs. Dymond Muhammad herself. Make sure you like and follow her on Facebook and Instagram, and I have all that information in the description box. And Dymond, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I look forward to seeing all the great things that God is going to do through you because, whoo, listen, I need some shades right now because I see your future, and it's just that right.
So, thank you so much. I appreciate it so much, and thank you again for inviting me to come on this segment. I absolutely love it, and I look forward to it every Tuesday.
Oh, thank you. I know when I was planning everything out, you definitely was on the short list of people to have on. So thank you for coming. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in and watching the replays. Please share this video to your timeline so others can celebrate and support Dymond and glorify God with us. And join us Friday at 10 a.m. for Promise Friday. And we'll be back next Tuesday with another special guest. And if you know of someone who should be spotlighted on Tell Us About It Tuesday, please send me a message through the God's Promises Are For Me page, and I will get right on that, do what we have to do, and see what we can do to get them on. And again, thank you for watching, and have a great rest of the week.